Hello everyone, my name is Travis Washington, and I would like to start off by stating I'm a firm believer in living a safe and healthy lifestyle within a safe and a healthy environment. And our future depends on how we conduct ourselves in our lifestyles that we live today in modern day society. So some of the things that I look at personally as a person is sustainable living. And me being so entwined with architecture and interior design, I look at these things because what we do as people impacts everything around us. That includes from getting our house built to the materials that we use building the house, and afterwards with the appliances, from air filters to water filters that we use within our homes. These things impact the environment in significant ways. So with sustainable living, we have low emissions, which is EOVs. EOVs are what permits from safe materials or raw materials that affect the environment. And that falls right under ergonomics, which ergonomics can be complied with green technology. Now, green technology is what a lot of construction companies use now today in order not to impact the environment so much. Now, a report from Rudman and Lesson in 1995, they reported that 3 billion tons of raw materials are used globally every year. That is a lot. That's 40% of our global use. That impacts the environment so much in a major way. So you really got to think about that when it comes to you seeing a community being built and you're seeing trees being cut down. You're seeing concrete being laid, foundations being laid. But people don't really think about, man, does that impact the environment? No, that's not the first thing that comes to mind. Now, the field that I'm in, which is interior design, these things we study on. So we do have a descriptive knowledge of what goes on when they do start building these communities. So that is a lot to take in. So some of the things that we do look at when we do, want to construct a community or a building or a house, we look at preserve and sustain. And this is where you come in. How do we contribute to preserving our environment? How do we conduct ourselves to where our environment's not impacted in such a dangerous way? Well, if you look at some of the things that you can do within your home or within your business, the use of appliances is so important. Energy Star is a very, very big brand name that people use within their homes. And Energy Star has equipment that they use that preserves and conserves energy. So it's not so abundant, but it uses it in a much, much more smarter way. So that is a very, very interesting type of technology. So if I were you and you're in your home, use these type of appliances, because that right there, just that little bit right there, adds on to something so much greater. Also, as you can see here, lighting it within your home, the use of watt consumption, that right there adds on to the same with energy. This right here adds on in a positive way. So think about that when you go out and you have to replace a light bulb to put into your lamp or your chandelier. Just look at the watts. Look at how it could preserve energy use. Because a lot of people don't think about this. They just buy the light bulb, put it in, and they have light, so they go about their day. Solar energy, that is very important. That is something that, a lot of companies out here are really trying to get past and use within their businesses, because solar energy is something that is so natural, without the use of coal. And coal alone permits so much pollutants into the air, and it adds on. It just thickens the atmosphere. It makes that greenhouse effect come true in a much, much faster way. Then you have insulation. Now, insulation goes back to within your home. If you think about it, everybody should know about insulation. The better the insulation, the less heat is released into the atmosphere. You have more heat. The AC's running, and you can understand that you're not paying a high electricity bill. These things like that, they really are important. Low environmental impact. That is what we are aiming for as people, as my audience, the ones that are listening right now. Low environmental impact. That means if we are able to use recyclable products such as wood, glass, plastics, even metals, precious metals, these things are impacting the environment in a positive way. So know that. And by you knowing this, on top of everything else, if you're trying to wonder, how can I do this? How can I contribute? Well, you want to convert to a greener type of methods. You want to integrate your home into something that's more efficient and that can produce a safer and healthy environment. Something that promotes sustainable living. Cleaner air, air quality. These things like that, they help you. They help the environment. They add on to a longer and healthier lifestyle that you can live, and then that your children can live. Water preservation. That as well is a necessity that people don't think about when it comes to green building design. When they choose these type of methods, they're not looking at how can people just save money. They're thinking as a whole, how can we as a community contribute to make the planet much safer for everyone on the entire planet, for the future, our future, children's future, grandchildren's. These things come into play. So when you really think about it and you turn on your light, do you look at your light bulb and wonder, man, is this really harming the ozone or the atmosphere, the environment? No, you don't think about that. You just turn on the light and you go about what you're doing. Or when you drink water, do you think about when they made this house, they had to turn this into this? Because that is something that a lot of companies out there are trying to prevent. Green building technology can turn this into this. So in closing, I'd like to say we really have to think about the lifestyles that we do live. And when I mean lifestyles, lifestyles. Within your home, outside of your home. But we have to start somewhere. And by meaning, I mean start somewhere. By changing the way you live within your home. The type of appliances to use, from the clean water, That's what it's all about. Right there. Thank you.